Hello, friends, Romans, and countrymen. Welcome to Schnozzcast. This is Bob along with my fantastical co-hosts, Cory, Nick, and Todd. Today, we're going to do a little booze news for you, a little 90-second sports, TT's TikToks, airing of grievances, gentleman's agreement, and Nick's existential question of the week. How are we going to fit all that in there? All that glorious goodness? I can't wait to find out myself. I'm not really sure. Gentlemen. Nick Bader, how are you?
What's going on, Bob? I'm fantastic. The fact that we're even doing this right now makes me so happy.
Yeah. I missed you guys.
Seriously.
It's been a whole week.
It's been like a couple days.
It's been a couple of hours trying to get this going, which felt like a week.
I was going to say, it's been about a week, but we just got to spend the last several hours together trying to figure out some technical difficulties.
Staring longingly into each other's eyes as we talk about routers and firmware.
I spent a year down in Nick's basement one night.
I spent a weekend in Nick's basement. It felt like a year. Todd, how are you?
I'm absolutely marvelous.
And Cory.
Oh, hey, yeah.
You do well.
I think so.
All right.
Todd, let me just start this out. I just want to say, because I know none of my co-hosts, maybe not even you, are thinking of this, but
I am.
It's in my heart. Happy Rosa Parks Day, Todd.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. You are very
I don't know
welcome.
why I laughed at that. I felt really bad after I did.
Yeah,
I know.
Rosa Parks Day.
I did not know it was Rosa Parks Day.
Yeah.
This is our first Black History Month episode of the year, so happy Black History Month, gentlemen.
Absolutely. It's not upsmanship here, Todd.
No, it's an addition to.
Yeah, it is. And what a great way to start that out than wishing everyone a happy Rosa Parks Day. And I do have to say, aside from that, good night, sunshine. Good night, moon. Good night, Chinese spy balloon. That's all I have to say. It was shot down.
That's a solid follow-up to Rosa Parks Day.
God rest its soul. It was shot out of the sky by our wonderful military.
It only took, 48 hours to shoot a balloon out of the sky?
I think they realized after they looked at it and instantly figured out that there was, not enough on board to really terrify us that they do a little bit more investigating before just completely shooting it down.
I wasn't aware that the U.S. military put that much thought into whether they should or shouldn't shoot something out of the sky. I thought that was just something we would do. Just at the drop of a hat. I mean, someone will say like, "Hey, do you think we should?" Blam, and then it was gone.
I mean, we have radar. We have a lot, dude. All the tech savvy devices we have now, the military was using, 50, 60 years ago. So the stuff that they have now, they instantly knew if it was a threat or not. And I have a sneaking suspicion. I can't obviously speak on it.
You can't speak for the entire military?
No. But
disappointed.
I'm relatively certain
my
that
classified clearance doesn't allow me to speak on this topic.
The largest, most advanced military in the world, I'm pretty sure we knew within a couple minutes if we needed to shoot it down as
not even a couple of minutes.
Seconds.
Before it entered airspace, they knew our airspace. They knew it was coming. They knew right away if it was dangerous or not.
Yeah, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. So why they left it for so long, who knows? But it was fucking shot down. America!
And that's booze news for this week.
Yeah, so happy Rosa Parks Day, everyone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, I'll have you know, Miss Parks would be the first one to pull the trigger on that missile to shoot that balloon out of the sky.
I don't think so.
Yes, she would.
I'm not sure she was a warmonger.
Exactly.
Not a warmonger, but she would not appreciate someone fucking eye hustling her from the sky. That's all I gotta say.
Eye hustling. Now add it to my repertoire.
Yep.
Hey, man, I've been eye hustling you all night long. Eye hustling. I love it.
My job is done. Episode title in the first 5 minutes.
And that was actually the first time I've said that phrase ever.
Yeah.
Or maybe anyone.
I feel like you guys understand what goes into picking the episode title. If it's something that we've never said before and most likely will never say again, perfect candidate.
I'm going to be saying it for
No,
forever.
I was going to say, I feel like we're going to be hearing this a lot now.
Exactly.
I said I'm going to say it forever.
Almost too much.
If you hadn't said eye hustling, the title of this episode would be Rosa Parks Day.
Oh, that would have been horrible.
Because I would have gotten to the end of it, I would have been like, fuck, there really isn't anything. I guess I'll go with Rosa Parks Day.
As soon as Mary gets home, I'm going to be staring at her. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm eye hustling you.
Not going to lie, though, for views, Rosa Parks Day might be the title to go with.
You think so?
I mean,
What was
No,
it that
or
broke
eye
you guys?
hustling Rosa Parks.
that's all right. Yeah, that's
Dude, I remember
Rosa Parks gets the eye hustle.
But that also seems very like we're attempting fate with you're never going to get anywhere denigrating Rosa Parks.
No denigration.
But this is a new phrase that's been coined tonight,
Yeah.
apparently, unless you ripped it off from someone who's not
I've
telling
never heard anyone say that.
us. That people aren't going to know what
Exactly.
it means. They're going to see it. It looks like you're doing something nasty.
If some
to Rosa
some
Parks.
Seattle hippie freaking calls me out for dragging his phrase, I'm going to be pissed, Nick.
No, I've never. Listen,
I'm telling you, dude. If we can work Rosa Parks and eye hustling into the title, this is a
Anything
The
is
title has made
I-
itself.
This is a golden episode.
I worked
We've already won.
unlike yourself. I worked in the city of Detroit for many years.
What the fuck?
I'm like myself. As am I.
Nah, I've worked in Detroit longer than the both of you.
Not longer than me though. I worked in some of the most dangerous parts of the Detroit
Yeah, so did I.
area.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too. Literally.
All right. Are we going to have a
When the-
Detroit off?
when the
Exactly.
pe- when the-
Exactly. A
when the-
Detroit off.
when the
Although
peop- when the
Detroit's
peop-
not that bad.
When the people from Detroit are like, "Wow, yeah, Greenfield and 7 Mile, yeah, that's pretty bad."
So point being,
Come on.
anyhow,
Come on.
what I'm saying is what I heard a lot of was ear hustling. I heard a lot of ear hustling.
But not
Oh, wait, hold on. Are you also making up that term?
No,
I've-
Or
that,
did you-
that was not made up.
Did you subvert that term to make your own term?
I subverted to eye hustling.
Okay.
Because it only makes sense.
It does.
So
Sure.
yeah, but the one I like catchphrase that I've heard, and I've never heard anyone else say this.
But hold on. You can't say you heard it, then you say
No,
I've
it's
never
not.
heard
It's
anyone
not.
else
No,
say
no, no.
this.
It's a different one. It's not this one.
What?
But you still can't say it. You still can't say you can't never heard it if you heard it.
Explain.
No, that I have never heard before, and I haven't heard since. Is
No,
heard
you
it
can't.
once.
No. You can't
heard it
say
once.
I've never heard since because that implies that you heard it once and you never heard it again.
no, Bob. What I'm saying is, I
know what he's
heard. I heard something for the first time,
Okay.
Yep.
and have not heard it since that moment.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, and it was from a Dearborn officer. And he
In Detroit?
We were not in Detroit, and we were getting involved in a situation, and some person that we were dealing with was a piece of shit. And I remember he's like, "Don't fucking eye fuck me," and I was like, "Wait, what?"
you've never heard that since?
I haven't heard that since.
I've heard that.
I think that's been in a bunch of movies, hasn't it?
I am really glad that we're not titling
Isn't that
this
in
episode,
Full Metal
I fucking
Jacket?
Rosa Parks because
No. That's a step
mean-
too far, Bob.
If we're looking for views,
But you know, but
Exactly.
it just made perfect sense when someone's got this.
Lawsuits.
I think he stole that from Full Metal Jacket.
I'm sure, but like,
Ooh.
was it in the movie?
I think
Full
the
Metal
sergeant
Jacket?
said that one of the guys was eye fucking him.
Don't eye fuck me,
eyeball.
boy. So like,
Gunnery Sergeant Emery Lee.
Yeah, I think maybe. I think that's been said before.
no, I know that's been said before, but it just for me like that was it was hysterical because it made perfect sense at the time because you got this like upside down fucking I'm sucking on a lemon face. You know, when we're trying to ask you questions, and it certainly wouldn't have been in my vocabulary to say to a suspect, but this guy's like, don't.
It's from Wedding
He should have
Crashers.
said, yeah, exactly. Don't say
Yeah,
I
this-
did
this-
it. I did it.
I
That's
fucked. Yeah.
When did Wedding Crashers come out? What year?
2005.
Okay, so he got it from that.
There you go.
Because yeah, this was like what 16 or something like that. Yeah.
There you go.
Wow, I'm learning.
What about
so much in
eye-diddling?
this episode? Oh, I don't think I can Google that fast.
No
Todd.
respect. No respecting man says eye diddling. Dude, it was funny though. So to drop some Detroit logic, and this one day I was working and like we had policed all the different hospitals in that area, and so some nursing staff was like coming and going, and they had been bringing like candy around, and they brought like I don't know Snickers and Skittles and things like that. So the next officer is coming up, a buddy of ours that we used to work with. And he came walking up, dark skin, black eye, and I thought I was being nice to leave him some candy. And I'm like, hey, man, nursing staff brought this in. Here's some Skittles if you want. I don't want that. I said, what? You ain't I ain't taking Skittles from a man. I said, wait, what?
You could have been fingering him.
He goes,
didn't know where they came from. But plus, he probably had diabetes. Why are you trying to fucking stay up?
They weren't even open. He goes. Listen, man, you ain't let another man give you a bag of Skittles, man. You ain't let no man give you Skittles. I said, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? He's like, you can have those. You good? I don't want no Skittles from a man. And I'm like, okay, when did prison law come into play at the fucking job site? Like, I'm not asking you to put fucking Kool-Aid on your lips and look pretty for me. I'm giving you some fucking candy.
Wow.
Yeah. What the fuck, man? But that day, he was like a fucking hot potato. He would not touch that bag of Skittles. I ain't taking Skittles from another man.
Free bag of Skittles, I'm in.
I'm like, okay, well, I fucking like Skittles. I was just trying to be nice.
You and Marshawn Lynch, baby.
I'm taking that bag of Skittles all day long.
Yeah, I'm going to pelt you with them as you walk away.
Prison or out of prison.
Hold my pocket.
All right. If you are new to the podcast, welcome.
You're probably angry.
That's a good intro.
If you're new, you're angry. Sorry.
Yeah. If we haven't completely offended you by now, you can also catch previous episodes out on the streaming services, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify, Stitcher, or anywhere else we can get a podcast. You can also follow us on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Schnozzcast. You can email us at schnozzcast@gmail.com, or you can call or text us anytime, day or night, at 618-SHOCKER.
Yes, sir. Shocker line is open and ready for your calls, questions, and queries.
I have one question, though. Why would you tell so? I'd be flattered if people were eye-fucking me all over. Dudes, ladies, anybody. Non-binary?
Yeah,
Doesn't
but
matter to me.
you're thinking the good eye fucking, not like the...
There's bad eye fucking?
Not like the you just slapped my mother eye fucking. This is more of a I like fuck you, not like...
That's staring daggers, not eye fucking. I mean, eye fucking seems very... I'm like, I think I'd like eye fucking from anybody.
Todd's like, oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Those
I'm
are like,
flattered.
those are like bedroom eyes.
So for the audience out there, if you want to eye fuck
wherever they
me,
might be.
Exactly. I'm good with it.
I'm good with it.
You see
I'm
this
flattered.
handsome man about town, gadflying about
Don't run up on me or anything. Keep your distance, but continue to
You have my consent to eye fuck
I would
me.
assume eye fucking can be done at any distance. It should be a far distance. It's not the kind of thing you want to do right up on a motherfucker.
I'm sure if I could have saw the guy's face in the Hummer tonight, he was probably eye fucking me.
Oh no, he finger fucked you.
Wow, it's a whole
put a
different
digit
level.
in him.
So Nick was turning left. He had a green light specifically for a left turn from Telegraph onto Van Born, and there was a guy who was coming the opposite direction on Telegraph who was turning right onto Van Born. But he had to. If he didn't have a no turn on red, he definitely had a red light.
There's a no turn on red right there,
in which he had to yield oncoming traffic, and he did not. He cut right across two lanes to go onto Van Born, right in front of Nick. Nick had to hit the brakes.
So for our listeners not from the Detroit metro area, Telegraph is a shit road, and the other road is a shit road, and there's shit roads, and there's a lot of dumbasses who drive on those roads.
That had to do with it, but yeah, he was a dumbass.
Dude in a Hummer did not. So turned on red. I had a green light, a green arrow. He turned on red. Didn't yield to wait for me to come. Like turned into the side of my vehicle.
He did not wait for me to come.
And not only did he not turn right into the lane that was closest to him, he cut across that lane into my lane that he saw I was in, the only other car.
I don't think he saw you. or cared.
And veered right into me. I slammed on my brakes, hit my horn, and according to Bob, he reached out the window of his Hummer.
So we continued down the road.
And he flipped you off?
Right before we got to the part where Nick was going to get in the left-hand lane and turn left into his subdivision.
Chase is on the right.
So can I?
He kept going. Hold on. He kept going, and as Nick turned off, dude stuck his hand out, flipped him off.
There you go.
Oh, so he waited for me to turn?
Yeah.
I can explain
what a
it.
pussy.
No, I can explain it.
All right.
Okay.
So, and Bob, you know how to confirm this, but you can actually ask Mary because she will never lie.
All right.
So, as the owner, the former owner of a Hummer, that is an empowering vehicle, and I never signaled. I didn't give a shit. I'm like, you're getting out of my way. So, he was actually just kind of following Hummer code. When you're in that vehicle, if you've driven one, you know what I'm talking about. Freaking do what you like.
If you did what this guy did because you didn't give a shit, you're like, I'm cutting.
Yep.
I know you have the right of way, and I have to yield to you, but I'm not going to do that.
Yep.
Would you have bothered to wait until the guy turned off, and then once you were going to be at a safe distance, knowing the guy was turning, and that Nick in his pickup wasn't going to follow you, and your middle finger?
Well, no.
Then you wait till that minute to stick your hand out the window. Right?
No,
Would you have even done that?
So exactly. You know what that means? That guy bought that Hummer secondhand. So he's trying to live in the code, but he's a softie. So give him some slack. He'll get used to it. He'll just cut you off from now on and flip you off real time. I mean, that's the code. That's the code. The funny
thing was I didn't see him flip me off, but the fact that this is brand new information that Bob just said that he flipped me off after he saw me turning left behind him.
Yeah.
So now I'm leaving and no longer a threat. So now he's going to flip me off for something he did wrong, which I didn't see.
Wrong.
But the funniest part of the funniest part about it is what I did notice was that he must have been just fucking fixated on me through his rearview mirror, because he veered off into the next lane as he was trying to flip me off out the window and then had to rewrite his vehicle.
See, now, and as far as this code, I think that
Cory wasn't going to let that go.
It's funnier to not even cut the person off, but then don't acknowledge the person.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. That's what he got secondhand. That's what I'm saying.
To me, it's bothering you. You're like,
to me, it's more badass. You just you don't even acknowledge.
You don't exist in my world, right?
Exactly. I'm with you.
I feel like that's what a Todd would have done with this Hummer.
Exactly. That's what, dude. When I had that truck, Mary would come home. She goes, "You'll never guess what I did tonight. I was driving over intersections through the snow, cutting people up." I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Wow.
See, because that guy flicking me, if that were me and he flicked, I'd be like, "Oh, good, I got to him." Now you just keep on driving, and I turn left, and I'm looking at him like, God damn it!
That guy's been driving around. That guy's been driving around in a freaking '79 Silverado. And he got his new Hummer, and he's kind of the book
79 Silverado,
and he's got his new Hummer. He's like, do what you like, and then he's still acting like he's a Silverado guy.
But I guarantee you, I bet he's like, man, these people that can't afford Hummers just goes to show you. Exactly. I'm just trying to live the life. And you got haters all over. Look at that guy just honking at me.
I know.
For no reason.
Haters gonna hate
for no reason.
But hold on. Then haters gonna hate means let haters hate. That guy should have paid us no mind.
I know, Bob. I'm agreeing. But
he clearly was feeling guilty.
It's a newbie.
He's like, I have to let this guy know that it was his fault, not mine. So let me give him the middle finger.
But as my dad has always said, he loves the old sayings, and he loves to live by them. And he's like, you know what? If you're living by the old saying of clean living, you got nothing to worry about. Things will work out for you. That guy will get his, later on down the road.
He's gonna get eyeball fucked sooner rather than later.
Well,
there's a difference between eye hustling and like skull fucking someone. Let's be clear.
Based on the way he was driving, it was very cautious. It was very slow.
I mean, eventually.
It was okay.
Not at first.
No. He cautiously
cut you off,
merged into my vehicle.
No, he didn't.
He was not speeding. He was not flying around the corner.
He was coming from a dead stop to turn right.
I understand.
There's
that.
nothing cautious about him cutting you off completely.
What I'm saying is, basically, he wasn't like gunning it up to the light. He wasn't veering left and right across both lanes.
Shouldn't gun it.
I feel like he was probably fucked up, and he was trying to like take it easy. Realize he fucked up. And because I hit the horn, he's like, well, I'm a guy. I have to put my finger out the window because fuck
but
you.
He waited.
Common drivers don't.
He waited.
Because he was a pussy. Yeah.
Weak sauce.
He didn't know if I was going to follow him.
If we can track this guy down, I'll educate him up, and then that won't happen again.
We could track this guy down and punch him in the face.
Speaking of road rage incidents, I saw something fucking crazy the other day myself. I was coming down southbound Telegraph in like Redford, 5 Mile area. And I was in the far right lane.
Shitty road, shitty area.
Yep.
White hood.
Thing. And so I was in the far right lane. There was a couple cars next to me and this white Mercedes that was kind of slowly. We were coming up to a light that was red.
What kind of Mercedes?
It
matters.
GL250.
I don't know. It was a newer model.
You said GL250?
I just made that up completely.
That's entry class. Okay. That'll tell me.
Is it really?
That'll tell me. That'll inform the behavior.
First of all, I have no clue what kind of Mercedes it was. To be honest with you, it was newer. I know that.
I just said it was a GL250.
Yeah, but you don't though.
Of course I do.
It's entry class.
So it was.
I'm good.
It was creeping in between cars and kind of stopped behind this Blazer, and I was like, okay, well, can't go any further forward because there's cars right at a stoplight. And just as I'm sitting there kind of staring off in the distance, I noticed a bunch of stuff falling to the ground in the roadway. And I was like, what was that? And I happened to look up at the Blazer as the light turns green. The back window has a huge hole in it and it's completely spidered out. And the second that light turned green, that white Mercedes took off like a bat out of hell and started racing down Telegraph. And the Blazer took off after it. So that Mercedes pulled up and threw something at that window and busted the window out in the middle of traffic.
Why?
I have no clue.
If it was a 250, he's going to get caught. That's a very tiny engine.
By the Blazer?
Again, I have no clue.
Absolutely.
You're saying an entry-level Mercedes cannot run a Blazer?
Correct. Mercedes are notoriously underpowered.
I'm learning a lot on this podcast.
You are. I'll teach you.
Well, that guy was a
We're
piece
talking
of shit.
cars. I'll tell you the etiquette and how it works.
And by the way, I'm sorry. What was the commentary when he was talking about roads in Redford? Did you say? Look, can we just go back to that for 1 second?
Are you going to rewind the tape?
White. What did he say? White
hood.
White hood.
You are mistaken, sir. That once was a white hood. Do you understand?
Himself.
Oh, very much so.
Okay.
I had a bunch of friends.
Yeah, the last time Todd was in Redford was 91.
Yeah, I had a bunch of friends that grew up in Redford, and they said it's completely changed. Everyone from the city is moving into Redford, and almost everybody that I talked to when working in Detroit, they're like, "Oh yeah, we moved out of the city. It's either Belleville or Redford."
Belleville's got the Strawberry Festival, right?
I don't know. We don't go there after they move there.
All right, Cory.
Happy Rosa Parks Day.
Barbecue. Exactly.
Booze news.
And now it's time for booze news.
All right, I have two quick things for booze news. First one, are you able to share the link that I sent you for the Kohler?
Yeah.
Okay. And Todd can see it?
He will be able to see it.
All right. What?
Is it with the?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
This is a new product that Kohler has put out, and given the photos and videos that we've seen of Todd's shitter, I immediately thought of him, and I'm like, I have to bring this up on the show. So this is the Numi 2.0. Asking price here is $8,625, but let me tell you what this toilet has to offer. It's got an elongated bowl for added room and comfort. It's got a comfort height feature, which offers chair height seating that makes sitting down and standing up easier for most adults.
That's a toilet?
That is a toilet.
Yeah, it's a beautiful toilet.
It's got a dual flush with multiple...
square.
It is a square. It's got a stainless steel wand offering adjustable spray shape, position, water pressure, temperature, pulsate, and oscillate functions.
I got that.
Front and rear wash modes.
Got that.
Self-cleaning function with UV light and electrolyzed water systems.
Got it.
Motion activated hands-free opening and closing of seat and cover.
Yep.
Quiet close.
Seat. That's where I'm missing. That's the upgrade.
Ha!
The cover comes up automatically. When I walk in front of mine, the cover comes up, and so I can sit down to go number 2. But if I want to stand for number 1, I got to either push the button or touch the lid to get it to go up.
Right. Please put penis head on sensor.
Which is kind of it's
male detected.
It's a little bit self-defeating though, because I always feel a little bit dirty when I actually touch the seat.
Good afternoon, Mr. Dillon.
Yeah,
exactly.
Your mission today, should you choose to accept it.
Exactly.
We're sorry, Mr. Dillon. We noticed that the temperature might be low. Let's increase the temperature. What is that supposed to mean?
Does it have aromatherapy?
It's the bowl is automatically misted prior to use. So
what is that?
Before you even sit down, it mists the bowl for more effective rinsing while flushing.
Yes, that is awesome. Got to have this toilet.
What does that mean?
Oh, I think it just pre-spritzes so that when you ever have one of those days where
greasy shit.
So if you have the squirts or something like
if you just had like biscuits and gravy for 2 straight meals,
it puts a wax coating down.
Yeah,
for you to take a shit on.
I love it. Love it.
Why does it look like all these amazing engineers and scientists who designed it, when they got to like the aesthetic department,
I was just gonna say,
they were like, let's give some 14-year-olds on Minecraft, let's give them the idea that they can design this toilet.
I think it's beautiful. I think it works hard.
Squarest most toilet.
Heated seat with adjustable temperature settings.
Got that.
Warm air drying system.
Got it.
Automatic deodorization system.
Got it.
Oh, you need
mine. Actually, it starts sucking it right when your ass even gets in the airspace above it, like that balloon. It fucking starts sucking the stink out of the air, so it doesn't fucking get to your face. It's awesome.
Wow.
You should use my toilet.
I happen to like my own.
Why doesn't it just suck all the stink and everything else out of your butthole? Just go right up, like
right from the source.
You ever seen those fucking big fucking B-1 bombers that fuel up the little fucking fighter jets with that tube? Just let that tube out so it connects right to the anus.
You got to be comfortable with that incursion. You got to be comfortable with that.
Just suck it right out like a lamprey.
The only problem is every time you go to the bathroom, you got to call Miss Dig before because you don't want to hit a gas line.
It's also got it's got LED ambient lighting.
Ooh, that's new.
And it's got a built-in audio speaker system.
I got that in my overhead, my fan. So I don't.
Your fan?
Yeah. The thing you turn on when you're either taking a dump or taking a shower.
But why would you turn? But you don't need to turn it on if it's got a deodorization system. Why would you even need the fan?
For defogging when I take a shower.
I was opening
but when you're taking a shit.
No, I don't use it when I take a shit, but I'm saying for my Wi-Fi system, my additional stereo connection, if you will, isn't my toilet. It's my fan for defogging the bathroom.
I was opening my knife upside down because I'm fidgeting with something. And as you know, the blade snaps open. When you hold the blade over your crotch, that's what happens to your nuts. And that's what just fucking happened to me.
You hit yourself in the balls with your own knife?
Yes. Fuck. Spring powered and assisted. Oh, fuck.
All right, Todd, the last thing I want to say here is it claims that there is an intuitive remote control that complements an app on your phone for advanced control of the toilet.
It's a long fucking story.
I don't know what that means.
The only thing I can think of is, ultimately, if you can get, because mine has the kind of distance, kind of forwards and back really, really good, and a little bit of side to side for the massage motion. But this one sounds like if you can control it with your phone, you might have a little bit more. There might be a little bit more dexterity in the cleaning wand. Which, again, this is a very, very, very interesting toilet. Maybe if I add another bathroom, this might be the Numi 2.0.
Perhaps at work if you tried a little harder.
If I tried a little harder, exactly. I should apply myself.
One day, maybe you'll get this.
One day, exactly.
All right. Only other thing I had for you guys next Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday. So hopefully,
Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
Was that booze news or a pick of the week?
That was booze news.
It was half,
I don't
it was half
currently
the
own an
episode.
$8,600 toilet. So
It was half the episode is what it was.
So I wanted to. We've tried different beverages before, the turkey and gravy soda, and a lot of other crazy things on this show.
Yeah.
But now specifically for next weekend, I want to let you fellas know that Hormel has now made a chili cheese beer that we can get.
I'm in.
Hold on.
No.
I knew you would be.
No.
It is described as having a chip-like base.
Dude, please.
Tell me more.
Spices and cheese powder.
I'm getting nauseous. Seriously, stop, please.
Oh, my God.
Barley malt and flaked corn.
No.
The spices and cheddar cheese powder tap that chili dip flavor. 4 packs of that limited time beverage on its website for $24.
Do you drink it? Do you drink it cold or warm?
It's got to be cold. I wouldn't drink a warm beer.
I feel like I'd put that in the microwave for about a minute and a half.
My God. Yeah, get all that alcohol content out of there.
We've talked in the past about, Heinz had a peanut flavored IPA and French has had a mustard beer that we talked about that we
Heinz
terrorized Cory with.
had
Yeah.
peanut.
Yes.
Does Heinz make peanuts?
Planters back in 2018, Heinz owned Planters.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
You know who discovered the peanut? George Washington Carver.
do you understand that a peanut beer I would drink all fucking day long? Salty fucking peanut beer, that'd be amazing. But chili,
Yeah.
I got a beer you got to
so
try. The next time I come over, you got to try my chocolate salty ball beer.
No, I don't.
Long as it's beer. I'm glad you said beer. All right, so that's it.
It's beer.
After the comments of the roads surrounding my home and the fact that I basically live in a state of squalor, you're no longer going to be welcome.
All right, that's it. That's
I
it
got-
for
no,
booze
no,
news,
no,
fellas.
I got one thing for booze news for you guys.
Okay, go ahead.
So, as we know, I don't know if the listeners know,
Yeah.
but Nick recently got a 3D printer, and I acquired his services to make a shell for Walter,
Who's Walter?
the hermit crab that we got in Oscoda 2 years ago. That's still alive.
When you say you acquired his services, it implies that you contracted him.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you pay?
And
No.
yeah,
He
In-
had
in ways.
he
Not
had
in money.
no.
he had an upwards of friendship
Yeah, I fucked
points.
him.
He had an upwards of friendship points that he cashed in on, and I took that as payment.
So I wanted to give you guys the update. The night that Nick gave it to me, I put it in Walter's little terrarium, and he still hasn't woken up yet since that day.
What?
He's
dead.
He sleeps for days on end
How do you know he's still alive?
because you pick him up and you look at him, he goes back in his shell.
When you look at him, is it like, I'm dead?
Is he like, these are my last few days because I've molded into this shell because it's not big enough for me?
No, he just pokes the little head out and looks, and he's like, going back to sleep.
Okay.
Put him back down.
All right.
So yeah, he has not woken up yet. This is still the state that he is currently in, and when we left the house this afternoon.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So
Wake his
hopefully-
ass up and put him in his new house.
He doesn't eat for 2 days. He just sleeps.
He'll go for like weeks on end without eating.
I feel like what you've
Seems like
got
you're a
here,
bad
Cory,
crab
is
owner.
a dead crab.
Yeah.
Well, he's very alive.
I think that when you're like shaking him around and his dead body's starting doing this kind of thing, I think you're mistaking that for life.
I actually just changed the sand out like 4 days ago. So
I'm not sure changing sand out proves that your crab is alive.
he's
Agree.
alive.
Why do you have to change the sand?
I mean, yeah, because they shit. So,
So you
they're-
can't
Not
just
if you
like,
sleep
hold on.
all week.
Dead crabs don't
wait a
shit,
minute.
Cory.
Exactly. Dead crabs don't shit on
First,
anything.
he's not dead. He's more than alive.
Cory,
so
He's not eating anything for days on end.
can't you put
Why
his
is he, what's he
sand?
shitting out? Hair?
Can't you put his sand like in a strainer and wash it and then put it back
Yes.
in?
yeah, I got a
Word.
little like scooper that you can go through it with and get all the strain the sand out. But
suck it out. It's a
after a certain
crab.
amount of time, it's just nice to have fresh sand in there.
Dead men
Why?
don't wear plaid. Dead men tell no tales, and dead crabs don't shit.
At all.
I would agree with that if he was fucking dead, but he's not dead. So
Is this like Fox in the Hen House kind of thing? Like, are you like not fearing the day that he dies because you're just fattening him up like for one day? Like, oh, those claws are gonna be great.
I mean, if I can get him that big, fuck, that'd be amazing.
Hermit crab leg?
Walter.
Oh, you're so
You're
delicious.
so delicious, though.
Right in the butter.
I loved you so much. Nom.
That's the best hermit crab I've ever had.
Exactly.
Time for another one.
I mean, he's already lasted 12 times longer than what I thought he was going to. So
Why don't you throw a frog in there then?
what's that?
That way you can have frog legs as your appetizer, right? When you
Yeah.
A dead frog?
well, the way Cory tells it,
Or we could just
this frog sleeps for days on end.
we could just snap the breaded sticks off the fish and just put those in there.
I think it'd be hilarious if his tank was full of dead sea creatures.
It is.
Like a dead starfish in the corner.
It is.
Just another fish like bobbing up along the top of the water.
There was a dried up starfish to the right. There were two dead clamshells that he has apparently he eats out of dead clamshells.
Exactly.
So yeah,
I had some mussels last week. I'll send you my shells over.
It's
A dead
festooned.
frog stuffed into like a castle. On
Yeah,
the bottom.
it's festooned with the exoskeleton of dead sea creatures.
And Walter's supposed to be happy.
He's like, this is great.
Freaking graveyard in here.
On the seventh day, when I wake up, all my food's right in this dead clamshell.
It is.
And sometimes there's fresh sand.
All right, I'm gonna give Cory the last word here. We'll do TT's TikToks.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Damn it!
TT's TikToks.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
TT's TikToks.
That's my favorite part.
So long.
Why? Because he started over to play the long version.
Yeah, that half a second really made a difference.
TT's TikToks. I love that.
Time at the end, it's killing us.
Yeah. Might have to make a run.
Who made that? Who made that?
Who made that?
A genius.
A musical
I'd
genius.
Fuck that guy. I'd be fucking him.
Ooh.
We doing shot first, or are we doing?
Jay.
Shot first.
All right.
Everybody.
So Cory's got. Todd has a dry, a damp February, right? you
Damp.
You cheated early, and you're like, fuck it. Now we're just drinking.
Yes, that's pretty much it.
All right. So you're doing a shot with us or no?
I'm not. Well, I'm drinking with you. I'm not doing a shot. I'm drinking a little bit of that Redbreast Listau.
All right.
Salute.
Cheers.
Right on time.
Cheers, everybody.
Get some. It's really good.
Wow, wow.
Oh my goodness, that's good.
All right.
Take it away, Cory.
First TikTok I got for you guys. We've discussed the
Yeah.
news guys
I love that.
on Saturday Night Live. I can't remember their names.
Michael Che and Colin Jost.
Colin Jost
All
and
right.
Michael. Yeah.
So here's one of the clips I had saved for you guys that I've been holding on to for a little bit now.
They fucking kill me, dude.
No sound.
Stop.
Oh no.
Corey restarted.
Damn
Bob
it,
had,
Jim.
Bob had turned these down for some reason,
Technical difficulties.
and they need to go up.
Do they?
Yes.
Student at the University of Kentucky was arrested after she was caught on video using a racial slur and assaulting 2 black students. She has been charged with 1 count of impersonating a police officer.
Why is that going through the Bluetooth?
That's how I was
funny.
connected from my computer to
Oh, you did? Okay. I did not know that. I thought you were using this connection.
No.
Corey, score.
That's right. Nick didn't know that either.
Yeah, you like that one?
I am
Yeah.
often critical of TT's TikToks. You just hit one out of the park.
Because it makes the white man look crazy.
It seems pretty accurate.
All right. So this next one, Do you guys have you ever seen the bad lip reading?
Yes,
TikToks and all that. And it's usually sports related. You've never seen bad lip reading,
dude? When they used to do it with Hillary and Donald Trump, like it was fucking hysterical. Dude.
Yeah. So these are some newer ones that they posted.
So stupid, but
I'm ready. I haven't seen it.
Here you go. If I can play it.
Just the button, yeah.
Son, what does a gopher build? Can you say it? Well, who knows? A really rich doctor said you were a bummer. And I think you don't know algebra. No, we're talking science, bud. The science of what? Is that a tiger? One of your friends promised me I could flick you in your face. Absolutely, you may not do that.
Hit him in his cringy smirk, for real.
Say any cereal name. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You're like people in the 12th century. Why'd he say it like that? You're a formulated pickle popper.
The storm cloud.
I don't like you, dude. And there's a tiger. Oh, that's it. You two guys sent the tiger.
I did not. Not me.
What?
I mean,
tiger? That's that is reprehensible.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
Brad?
I'm a horrible person.
Brad, I'll report you to Nadine. I just want your leg bones to be okay. I brought the tiger.
I don't get, I'm laughing because you guys are laughing. I don't get it.
He goes, really? You got someone on the organ?
Hey, man, you're going to pay for dinner. You're going to pay.
No. I'm laughing because you guys are laughing. I honestly don't get it. What I mean, I
that
know,
is not what they said.
I get that.
Yeah.
But what was the story? Like, was there a real tiger?
That was no. You mean the real story?
I get it. No, I know that. But
Okay.
the story didn't hold together.
It doesn't seem like you do.
I don't think you do either.
It really doesn't seem like you do.
So Todd.
Yes, sir.
It was as if you were reading their lips.
Yep.
But you were doing
and they got it all wrong.
Right.
I get it.
There you go.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
But it seems like if I was
you should have no follow-up questions to that.
I have a clarifying question.
No.
Cory, the thing that I sent you also is a TikTok. It's not a funny TikTok, but it's something that I think Todd would appreciate and you guys would too.
Okay.
And it's pretty short, so if you could just do that at the end.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. This next one, Todd. This made me think of you because I could see you having this problem at your compound.
Got it.
So it's a dog walking over to a golf cart, and there's a caption at the top. It said, somebody crashed a golf cart into my car, so I had to check the cameras. And he takes right off in the cart.
That's how you do it, share like.
And he's gone.
I can absolutely relate to that because my giant dog, I was telling Mary today, my giant dog every night before we go to bed at some point wakes up and looks at my other giant dog and goes, I think I should fuck with him. And Bo, my Cane Corso, they are they manipulate things with their snout. And so literally he starts pushing Max on his ass cheek like he's trying to wake him up. And it's so freaking hilarious. So that video makes sense because Bo would have absolutely pushed the gas, but not with his foot, with his face. He'd been like, what does this do? And if it moved, he'd have kept doing it. So he would have absolutely done that. Love it.
Yeah,
another
made me think of you, buddy.
Bob did not appreciate when I just tried to manipulate his shoulder with my snout. He looked at me like he was going to kill me.
I didn't realize that's what you were trying to do.
He looked at me like he was going to kill me.
Hey, by the way, Max doesn't appreciate it when Bo does it to him either. So I'm like, dude, don't let anybody snout get bitten off over this.
He looked at me like he hated me.
I thought you were trying to say something to him, so I'm like, oh,
I did
whatever.
too for a second. Like he was gonna, hey buddy, I gotta tell you. And then he put his and then I'm like, I want to punch him so hard right now.
All right, my last one before I play.
I might be on camera.
Pay attention.
My last one before I play Nick's. This is another bad lip reading.
We laid this cloth down in the forest next to a wolf. You're a bad kitty, Wayne. No, you aren't bad. I want to talk. Just come back so I can talk to my child. I want my band name to be the best it could be. Choose your favorites. The Meat Socks, Pumpkin Golfers, Freak Ladder, Shower Duty, Squeal stains, highway omen, nut dart, your girlfriend's jacket, the day old dirt clods, slut toast.
That's a great band name.
That is a very good band. A lot of those were pretty good band names. All right, and this is
was Meat Fart one of them?
Meat Fart?
It was meat socks.
Oh, okay. I think Meat Fart be.
Can you make it bigger or no?
That's what she said.
And, yep. The screen.
Well done, Bob. That should have been a TikTok.
I was waiting. I'm like, I don't know why no one's kept.
Is that Joe in the lower right-hand corner over there?
It looks like it.
Unfortunately, I don't think I can get the screen to go any bigger.
No, it's fine.
Everybody check out this faucet from Kraus. This is one of the coolest things I've seen at the show so far. This is a beverage dispenser faucet. So normal faucet, regular kitchen faucet functions, but there's a separate line inside that is connected to a keg underneath the cabinet. You can connect this to any kind of keg with a universal keg fitting. This one happens to be Nitro Cold Brew.
Oh, damn.
Right out of your kitchen faucet. Very cool.
Next upgrade, Todd.
Check out this faucet.
That feels like that would be hard to clean. It feels like it would be clogged up quite a bit.
Not the lines. You know, it's not. Yeah, I mean, it's just cleaning the keg line just like anything else.
But normal people don't do that to their water line. So now
Normal
it's
people
you have to do.
Normal people.
I mean,
I will have one of those.
People that are interested in keg works and purchasing a keg every now and then, you have to clean the lines with a solution. It would be the shortest line in the world. It's not coming from fucking the stock room.
Bleach.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, what were your concerns with that?
Cleaning the lines.
It'd be like a 2-foot line.
But those people generally don't clean lines.
I mean, if you have it in your home, you could. Why wouldn't you clean it if it was in your own house?
No, you should if it's in your own house.
Yeah.
But most people will be like, "Oh, that's cool. I'll get that, whatever." But they don't. They probably don't realize.
Or were you thinking it would affect the water line as well?
No.
That's a separate line.
Just that it would be a line that would need to be cleaned.
And you think like the people that would probably be purchasing this would be probably people that are more well-to-do, and cleaning a line would be something they would not.
They would never do.
Yeah,
no.
Well, that's their problem.
It is their.
Hey,
I would say there's
I'm
no
hands on.
drinking
I'm
it.
hands on.
Yeah, I did not mean to impugn Todd Dillon here. Todd Dillon will clean a line.
Todd, how soon can you have that installed?
Well, hold on. I thought he was doing the Numi 2.0 toilet first.
No. That Numi, while fabulous,
that requires a new
only
bathroom.
It also here's the thing. It didn't have so much more than my current.
Yeah, he has like 90% of what that is.
I heard a few oohs and ahs there.
I did. Absolutely,
Okay.
Bob. Dude, the first freaking flicker of that seat going up, the first freaking sense that I get that my toilet is not behaving right. Like if I have to touch the top and the seat to take a poop, then that thing is gone. That's where it
first
beats my
world
house.
problems. Right there.
I heard it in his voice when I thought it was going to get him at the Stank Sucker 3000, but he had one.
I already got that.
He already had it. had it. So I'm like, he only didn't have like 10% of what.
I'm smelling lavender and freaking bunnies fucking in the woods, man, when I'm taking a poop.
Wow.
It's fucking fabulous.
Well,
what exactly does a bunny in the woods fucking smell like, Todd?
Well, they're always rustling those fucking flowers around that they're fucking in, and it smells like it's lavender and lilacs. It's beautiful, dude.
If you come down here and visit us,
we promise bunnies fucking in the grass
no,
all day long.
We typically like to festoon our toilet with the aromatics of wet swimming rats.
and
still an animal. Still an animal.
And old chew.
And old chew. Still an animal.
Yeah.
Minty, wet rat
Minty,
fur.
wet rat chew.
Rat hide fur.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. It's still how many?
When those rats.
Hey, let me ask you this question, Nick. Do you remember
the
you get enough of them, that would make a fine coat.
It's a lavendery smell.
Do you remember when I left you the note in your bathroom after my first time staying over? I had to go number 2, and I put just unacceptable on your
unacceptable
on your mirror.
On my
on your mirror
in my home.
in my home, Elaine.
I don't remember anything like that happening in my home. No,
Somebody must have taken it down to friggin' spare your feelings.
What I remember was you having an amazing time.
I did.
Did you watch him take a shit
for the
in
number
your
two,
bathroom?
the number 2 moment.
The appearance as if a demigod had picked you up in his hand and spiked you against my futon, and then the look of the surroundings as if you just did a bank job and you weren't going to stand around holding the money bags and you got to get the fuck out of there because it looked like a sleepy bomb went off and you were like, oh God, where the fuck am I? I got to get the fuck, this building's burning to the ground.
No,
like,
it's just number 2's calling. I'm like, I do that again.
Everything was exactly how it was left. He was like, dude, I'm done. I'm out this fucking bitch. Let me get back to Seattle. It was as if, Todd, you were like, well, I'm never talking to that girl again.
I feel like all three of us have spent the night on Nick's futon and have all at one point or another left with the same sort of I got to get the fuck out of here immediately attitude.
I think
at one point, not recently, but at one point.
I think literally the first time I got it, the $25 futon that was that I purchased, so Cory would have a spot to lay that was not a couch. When I got it, it was difficult because it was all made of oak, and we didn't understand really how it functioned. And the guy who, the guy was an oaken futon, and came from the land of Narnia. But when we first used it, it's very difficult to decide how to put it up and put it down.
It's definitely a homemade device.
And I remember Cory not just getting up and leaving, and he like looked at me and was like, no, we're gonna fucking figure this shit out because I'm gonna have to do this on my own. And so we had to kind of figure out how to put it together and put it back up to its couch state together. And then finally one day I left, I went to get up to leave in the morning, and he was already gone, and it was up in its couch state. And I was so impressed that he was able to do that by himself, because it took the two of us like 40 minutes to try and figure out how to fucking do it. And he's like, yeah, it's not that hard once you realize what you're doing.
No, once you realize how it works, it's not that hard to figure out. It was that initial point of figuring out how there's like two little wood blocks in it
that swing independently.
And yeah, so if
they get in the way, the whole system
locks
stops.
it right up.
And but the greatest thing is I will say this, and I'm sorry, Todd, but I will say this real quick, is that my good friend Bob, because not without merit, I credit where credit's due. Bob had a girlfriend, as lovely as she is, who needed to lay down on a futon, and it was in a drunken state, and he couldn't be bothered to get off the floor because he was resting on the floor at the time. And with one hand, the arm of God, he strategically pressed that futon in one position, and the whole thing fell into a queen-size bed, and she was happy for the rest of the night. And he did that in his drunken state. In his sober state, he can't figure out how to close it.
I was going to say, because in the sober state, the couch was facing the wrong way. Yeah. It was looking at the wall.
At one time, I thought there were people watching TV.
Sober state. Right. No, that was like 8 o'clock the next morning. That's not a sober state.
Oh, wow.
Where are you taking me?
Yeah, when Nick sent me that picture of the futon the other way,
I said, "Yeah, I don't."
Now
think
hold on. Did I? This is the time where I told you that I really wanted to get it back into its original upright position.
Yeah.
But I was told, like, no, leave it there. We need to go.
So that was told to me twice. So the first time you said we have to go, and you left it just flat, and she said something like, what time is it? Like, why are we leaving? And you stopped at the store, and she was asking questions why you were stopping at the store.
Yeah.
Why is it so light outside? You know, all those things.
Yeah.
And the second time you
usual questions.
Yeah. The second time you could tell, and for anyone else, I would give them shit. But that futon does have, it's like like little trap doors that open up, and then they just dislodge the whole and then you can't move it. It's locked into place. And you can't see unless you know what to look for. So in that state, in a sober state, it's difficult to realize what's going on. But in that state, you could tell something had gone on. There was some sort of process where we were attempting to put this back together, and then there was also a fuck this moment. There was a moment where we were like, okay, this is all I can do. I don't have anything left in me. I gotta go.
She woke up first. She's like, we need to get going. You need to get up. I'm like, trying to rub the sleep out of my eyes. I'm like, okay. So I get up, and then I'm starting to put it back the way it was. And in the middle of it, she's like, nope, just leave it. Leave it. We need to go.
And this isn't my home, Bob. This is Nick's home.
Maybe if you helped me. No. He'll be fine. We just need to get going. I'm like, okay.
The futon.
For the record, for that particular time.
Classy lady.
Yeah. 100%.
The futon pulled a full body lockout on you.
One of my favorite ladies.
So what were you going to say,
Thank
Todd?
you,
I'm
Todd.
sorry.
Oh, I forgot you guys fucking ramble for 18 minutes. What the fuck?
All right, I guess I got to call you after the show and apologize.
You're good. It probably wasn't that funny anyway.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
All right. We good?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay. Todd, you
Yes,
want to
sir.
give sports a shot?
Word to the mother.
And we see him heading in that direction. The 20. He's going for 40. And it's 90 seconds forward.
All right. We got a new hourglass timer.
That's what I'm talking about. Where'd it come from? Where was it made? And don't say China with that balloon shit flowing over.
Oh, no, absolutely not China.
These are the blue sands of the dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
Flown in.
They're not blue on the dark side of the
Did
moon.
we?
they're blue.
Did we test this out before we flipped it?
The sand on the dark
in what
side.
way?
At this point in time, both sides are secure with 100% pure Chinese glue. So I think we're okay right now.
All right.
We're okay right now.
All right.
But the weight of sand going back and forth
Could fuck it up, huh?
may cause the glue to dislodge.
Is it 90 empirical seconds or?
This is actually 60 Western United States seconds.
Okay.
So we're gonna do 1.5. We
That feels very inaccurate.
Yeah,
it totally is.
They did not have a 90-second timer available from China at the time. There's a sand
So it feels like I'll get the benefit
There's a shortage of 90-second timer.
There's a shortage of sand going on.
Factories
right now.
Yes.
Going on.
Let's add 30 seconds to that.
Because there's a shortage of sand, they had to make smaller hourglasses.
I stopped short of buying a second 30-second timer to go sit right next to that one, and I've tasked Nick now with doing the flip over and look at the half.
There was some kicking of the tires and some spitballing as if we should just tell you this was 90 seconds.
I wasn't going to say a word, but
we
I left
can't
it
be
to
that
Nick.
We can't be that dishonest on
We could.
If I can't entertain the people with sport, what good am I?
I mean, you're already going past the 90-second time, and it's also
we haven't even started.
It's also Rosa Parks Day, so
That
there's
is
no
true.
way I could do that to you.
Can I ask real quick why this is a better idea than the digital timer?
It's not.
Because it's a tangible.
Okay.
It's like why vinyl is better than an MP3 card.
Exactly.
People like to handle physically their.
Dude, they make strawberry quick.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah.
And
It's the strawberry cows, Todd.
Don't fight it, Cory.
As a lot of the greats once said, Cory, it's not all about you, sweetheart.
I get that.
And stop by fucking me.
Here you go, Todd.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck yeah. Todd,
here's for the time you can't see.
Your 60 plus 30-second sports starts now.
Perfect. 60 plus. Well, but I can't see it. Now I'm. Well, wait. I'm not going to waste my time today because I got to get to this. There is no stopping this. You guys know it. You can feel it. The big event is here. It's coming. And it can't be too early to start talking about it. It is not too early to start talking about, wait a minute. You guys probably think I'm talking about the Super Bowl. I am not. We need to get ready for July 4th, 2023. Do you know what's happening on July 4th, 2023?
What's happening on July 4th, 2023, Todd?
It is going to be the first time that Joey Chestnut faces off against Takeru Kobayashi.
Oh my God, I was hoping you would say that.
Household names. Household names. For 10 years, Major League Eating and their greed has kept Kobayashi out of the Nathan's hot dog eating competition in New York City. Last year, we saw Joey Chestnut break his own world record by winning his 15th consecutive hot dog eating championship. That mofo ate 63 hot dogs in 10 minutes. 63 hot dogs in 10 minutes, folks. That dude's gobbling them down like freaking
Coca-Cola.
Thank you.
I don't even know it. I don't even know what to compare it to. That dude's getting it done. And this year, it's been 10 years since the man, the GOAT, has gone up against his nemesis, the Batman.
And that's 90 Second Sports. I'm sorry.
No, hold on a second. We need to talk about Mickey.
I actually gave you a little bit extra.
I didn't see the clock. I didn't even see the sands.
Look at that.
But you heard it.
That's what I gave Cory. Look how much more he got.
That is pretty generous.
I thought so. Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's some bullshit.
Thank you. That was that was more like 102 Second Sports.
That's a generous amount of sand.
Mickey Sudo.
Nope. I'm sorry. You're going to be muted. All right. Well, we've lost Todd's feed at this point in time. Unfortunately,
damn upload speeds.
Yeah, it must be those upload speeds. And we're back. So can we only do one of these? I would assume. Let's not break the seal on all three.
Why not?
Because it's not a drink; it's a shot.
We can finish it by
No,
tonight.
this is not a shot.
Yes.
No.
What is it?
Trust me. So, Lori sent. Sorry, Todd. But you're.
Thanks,
doing
Lori.
Yours is in the mail, Todd.
You're doing a damp February. I'm sure she'll make it. Knowing Lori, she'll make it up to you when you come into town. She made a homemade limoncello that she sent over and wanted to share with everybody. So.
Yeah, limoncello is got a high vodka content.
Yeah.
Did the mail stop again?
It did, Todd.
Lori.
We're sorry.
We're not gonna. This would be like drinking this much Fireball, basically.
No.
Yes, it would, because Fireball
That's
is
a
very
lot of
low,
shit.
very low in alcohol, and limoncello is sugar, lemon, vodka. So yeah,
And cello.
I'm okay with opening mine.
Little bits of wood from the cello and some string.
All right.
Yeah, you can
Lori.
close it back up again.
Come on.
It's got a cap.
I got the address. You have it. You have the address.
I kind of like that mine's sealed.
I was going to say, it is kind of impressive that she sealed them as well.
She did. That's the kind of attention to detail that Lori Clark brings to.
I can't wait till I send you
home
guys my
alcohol
chocolate salty balls.
brewing.
Now, as nice as I was about how much I liked seeing it sealed, how it comes off is not as great.
So when we were making hot sauces, with Mike, we used the same bottles and we used the same sealing process, and it looks very impressive, but it's not hard to do. But I still give her a lot of credit for doing that. It looks really cool, very professional.
Yeah, thanks. I really appreciate it.
So sorry, Todd.
Perhaps if she had reached out to me for some label artwork, I could have done something for her.
Perhaps
in
she
the
reached
future.
out to me, I would have had a fake.
Some chocolate salty balls.
Todd, while we're tasting this limoncello, perhaps you could fondle the latest action figure that you received in the mail.
I'm sorry. Let's just call this what it is. Todd, could you please announce the latest Blackshin figure that you got from Bob?
I think I might have thrown it in the trash. I don't know.
Wait, what?
Yeah, look. It wasn't Zed. Who was the latest one you sent me?
Mary, I told you to keep that.
No. Who'd you send me?
Did you seriously throw it in the garbage?
Who was it?
Oh my God! All right, so
was it recently?
Yeah, it was in the past couple of weeks.
You pour some of there.
Then I didn't get it yet.
Open it. This is mine. Open yours.
It was in the past couple weeks, Bob.
Great. So I'm gonna have these.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have these 3 half-drank
Well,
bottles.
you say I got it?
That is a shame.
For the next
I
4
called
months.
you and told you that it was sitting at your gate, and you're like, "Yeah, I need to go grab that."
Hang on.
Ringety bells.
No, it's still sitting out at his gate, apparently.
No.
Oh, that's what the
Buried in the
dog was
snow.
chewing on.
Yeah, I've driven over.
Remind me who it
4
was.
times with my car.
His mail
Remind me
person,
who it was.
I can't remind you who it was.
his mail person hasn't brought it in yet.
Honestly, I'm not. If I tell you who it is, then now I'll never know whether you actually got it or not.
Exactly, because he'll be like, "Oh yeah, I
it's
loved it."
right here. I love that guy. He's so hilarious.
Todd apparently gets a lot of action figures sent to him throughout the week.
Dude,
Here's
if
the
you guys
thing
can't
that
see
you pull.
behind me, I got freaking half of the fucking Black Marvel Universe behind me.
How could he not?
Yeah, of course.
How do you not know within a week that if you received an action figure or not?
Yeah, I don't send them to you all the time.
That's what I'm saying. He clearly receives a lot of them throughout the week that we don't know about.
I mean, not from me, apparently.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Salute. I feel like I'm being persecuted on Rosa Parks Day. Thanks, Bob. Oh, and that, by the way, Mila Stowe, fabulous.
Yeah.
Freaking fabulous.
So what'd you think, boys?
It's definitely got a bite to it. I like it.
That bite, you'll recognize it from moonshine. That's Everclear.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. That's why it's not shot. Like, if you drank all that tonight,
you'd be hurting for certain.
Yeah. Good thing we opened all three.
I'm taking mine home with me.
Yeah, now that you open it, like, it's bad. I can't drink the rest of it.
Yeah,
no, but I'm saying we could have. All right, never mind.
These are going to make it upstairs again, and I'm sure we'll drink more of it.
Hey, Bob.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of Mickey Sudo?
Nope. Can't say that I have.
She ate 40 hot dogs last year. I'm just saying.
This seems like more
Hey,
sports.
Todd, what's going on?
This seems like more sports.
Hey, I heard y'all were talking about. Hey, I heard y'all were talking about sports. And
I didn't see those damn blue sands stop ticking, so I figured I'd friggin' interject that while you guys were drinking limoncello that I didn't have any of.
I heard y'all were talking about sports and hot dogs. All I have to say, Todd, is if you were a hot dog and you were starving, would you eat yourself?
Of course I would.
I know I would. I'd cover myself in brown mustard and relish. I'd be so delicious.
What about onions? Spicy brown
I'm not a
mustard,
fan of raw onions on a hot dog, Todd.
Then you don't know anything about
Well, it has been a pleasure. Thank you, Todd, for joining us tonight. Cubs win.
Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Oh, gentlemen's agreement. Oh, it's the motherfucking gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement.
That is by far the best intro ever of any kind of all time.
Thank you. That's all I need to hear. It doesn't even have to be true. It doesn't have to be true, but I appreciate you for saying it.
Todd, you can blow it up next time you're actually in town.
Yeah, we'll switch chairs. You can sit over here next to him so you can stroke him while you're saying that. And with that, can we start with Nick?
Cory.
Oh, so for gentlemen's agreement tonight, we're gonna do a limitation using the brand new 60-second timer to do a 2-minute per review. So, Nick,
it's only 60 seconds.
That's right.
We're going to do a declaration of limitation.
It's 120 seconds.
Basically, to tell you how a law becomes a bill.
What show is that?
Schoolhouse Rock, man.
That's right.
I'm just a bill. Yeah, I'm only a bill. And I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Yeah, boy.
Right now, we're going to figure out how a bill becomes a law. And you know what? That's the same voice in Jurassic Park of the genome that turns into a dinosaur.
That is true.
All right. Ready?
Yeah, whenever you are.
So what did I have? Cement Hillbilly? What was it?
Concrete Cowboy.
Oh, that's right. Yep. That's right. Boom. So I had Concrete Cowboy. It was very slow starting.
Where can you watch this?
I don't remember where I watched it. I don't remember it. It came up on some kind of service. It was, I think it was, might have been HBO.
Okay.
The sands are ticking through very quickly.
Yep. The sands of time. I liked it. It had, the kid from Stranger Things, Walt, I think. Was it Walt? Or
Walt?
What was his name on Stranger Things?
I can't remember his name.
Me.
I can't remember. Anyhow, so it was basically about he moved from Detroit and he went to North Carolina or Philly. And and it basically kind of made you realize like the country aspect of of like the inner city, like in the South, which I've known a lot of guys from the South, and it's kind of something that I think, take for granted, and how he kind of had a hard life, and how he kind of had to basically start anew with his dad. I'm not going to give away all the details, but I liked it. It was very much a drama, and I'm kind of middle of the road. on it. It wasn't something I was like blown away by, but I certainly like the acting in it. I think there were just other places they probably could have gone with it to make it a little bit more interesting. But it was definitely cool. It was something that I probably wouldn't have picked myself, but I enjoyed it.
Awesome, and I picked it for you mainly because I know that you like things that are based in truth, right? And so that the fact that people didn't know there were cowboys in Philadelphia, that's not something that's commonly known. Sorry, I'll show.
Oh, that's it. You got it in before the 2 minutes were done. Yep. Excellent, sir. All right, Cory, you had to watch Pete Holmes' Dirty Clean.
Yes, on HBO.
Yes.
Stand-up special. Pete Holmes being the guy that we featured last week on TikTok. Your average, just run-of-the-mill stand-up comedy special. Pete Holmes, though, I don't know. He's funny, but the entire thing wasn't hilarious to me.
Okay.
The voices that he does a lot of voices, and some of them are just, it's always the same voice that he's using for like different characters. Mm-hmm. But overall, it was a good special. I enjoyed it. I think I actually did laugh very hard at, there was one line where he just slipped it in and like as a transition between two jokes that he did. And it kind of reminded me of a Mitch Hedberg kind of joke. And that's, I think, why I liked it so much. But it was, he's like, oh, one of these days I'm going to open a Christian buffet. God helps those that help themselves. And I don't know why that just alone.
I don't either.
I lost it. I'm like, that was fine. That was really good.
Okay.
But yeah, I know it was a solid special. If you're a fan of stand-up, I would definitely check it out.
All right.
Wow.
That's all I need.
That is all you need. All right.
Danielle's a lucky girl.
That she is. Doesn't have to look at this ugly body for too long.
Exactly.
In and out.
That's right.
Slow and steady.
No, fast and quick, Todd.
Okay. Fast?
As fast as I can be.
Quick?
I don't think either of us can confirm or deny that, which is probably good.
Oh, I can deny it. I don't have to know anything else. Okay. I can confirm that it's not true. There's nothing fast going on.
Wait, so you can confirm and
I love
deny.
the way you guys are stalling for the blue sand to run out of the freaking 2 minutes now.
Well, we have to make it equal for everybody.
That's good.
All right. Whose turn?
Mine. So I had to watch Our Father. Was that from you, Cory?
Me.
It was from you?
Yep.
Okay. So this is another Netflix documentary. I'm not sure why you thought I would like this. It's a documentary on Netflix.
I thought you just didn't like killing documentaries. I didn't know you hated all documentaries.
You're right. So as long as let me. All
right, no more documentaries for Bob. Apparently.
Let me expand that to also include raping. Not a fan of the raping.
Raping bad.
Yeah, raping and killing, I'm putting in the same category.
Okay.
As being like something
I didn't
not
know you were such a delicate
interested
flower.
in.
We can't. Okay.
So Our Father was not a series, which sucked because now that means I had to watch the entire thing and not only 1 hour. So I had to watch 137 minutes of it. But it was about a doctor who was an OB-GYN who let us say
what does the B stand for?
Took liberties, obstetrician. So it's the B stands for batrician. He took liberties with his female party guests.
That's
and
gross.
There was a lot of DNA testing that went on there and some shenanigans that it definitely got worse as it went on, which was not surprising. But it also, the hallmark of many documentaries that have been assigned, did not have a happy ending. So there was nothing to even feel good about at the end, and it was
What kind of fucking
never.
I was like feeling angry, bitter.
So, no, just like a lot of the serial killer documentaries, where you are hoping that the serial killer gets his comeuppance and gets caught in the end. Like this guy, that didn't happen. So I didn't even get the satisfaction of seeing somebody who done all these terrible crimes actually pay for it. So,
but did he rape anyone?
Yeah, he did. Everyone. He raped everyone.
But I don't remember him having sex with all these people.
That's not the female definition of rape.
Right. So it was No,
Yeah,
it was
so
a
he
horrible
raped
atrocity.
it was
I'm not downplaying that. It was horrible.
It wasn't rape as like a man would consider rape to be, but
this was
for a woman.
Yeah. So if you're interested in
watching, violation of many.
If you're interested in watching it,
which I don't know why you wouldn't be.
Bob was not.
There's no more saying.
Not my cup of tea.
Anything that's okay. So I'm getting the clue now that anything that's real life and horrible, you don't want to see.
There was no ray of sunshine at the end. You're like
it's not Disney, dude.
Awful.
It's fucking real life.
You just felt awful at the end.
So basically, the long and the short of it was this: it was a doctor who thought that he could procreate by.
You're going against your own rules right now.
You are. I'm done. So
okay, go ahead.
No, I'm not going ahead. I'm done.
Well, you were just saying how horrible it was. That's all.
It was.
Okay.
The timer's done.
Yep. All right.
But that wasn't my sand. It was his.
No, it's a sand for the review.
Yep.
Which
there's extra sand. There's extra sand for my sand.
But also, per my rule, we're not live, and this was only supposed to be for live.
Oh. He might have
these loopholes.
He might have us there.
I do have you there.
All right,
but anyhow,
go ahead.
So,
what were we going to say?
No, I was saying it was a doctor that basically used women that could not get pregnant, and he used his own sperm to get them pregnant, and ended up having
without their consent.
Yeah, having like 70 kids across the country. That
it was a shockingly high number.
Finally found out how big their family. They had no clue. And it was like a fertility doctor, and it was a horrible, horrible thing. But I find stuff like that super interesting. Like
I saw it, and I was clapping at the end. I don't know.
Yeah. If we,
what were you clapping at? All the raping?
I mean,
yeah.
For me,
what is there to clap at?
If we can't try and recognize the atrocities and things that happened in the past, then we're doomed to repeat it. And I feel that should be things that we have to be thrown in our face.
See it. We have to see it.
We have to see it. Yeah.
Yep. Agree.
So, I'm sorry. So whose turn is it?
You're fine.
I just find it very interesting because I love watching stuff like that and being informed on that story of that person's life or those people's lives. And on the other hand, you have a guy like Bob that's like, nope, not interested in that.
But it's really interesting.
I kind of agree with you. Sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
But I was going to say, I think the one thing, it's good. It is as horrible it is to look at. If you bury your head in the sand and you don't see it, then you don't really realize kind of what people are capable of and
exactly.
and you won't even, and at the end of the day, like you said, in the traditional sense of the word rape doesn't really, when people hear that word, they think a lot of different things. And so I think the cool thing about these documentaries and these things like this, as much as you don't want to look at it, he didn't go out and forcibly force himself on someone, but he absolutely defiled people without their consent.
Their reaction was as if he had.
Right, exactly.
Agreed.
Which is the point.
Exactly.
And it's also it's an expanded, for me anyway now, definition of rape that I didn't have until I watched it, and now I have that. By
the way, thank you, Nick Bader.
Yeah.
But no, that's a good dude. To be informed is a good thing. To see it at the end of the day. When the turd hits the bottom of the toilet bowl.
Yep.
Oh, that's much better.
When the turd hits the bottom of the toilet bowl.
Apropos.
It's really not your bowl because it'd be sucked off into heaven. So,
in anyone who's been mistreated in that way.
Yeah,
their feelings are real, and the impact is real, and to see how it impacted them mentally, there needs to be a punishment for that. I mean, ultimately, we deserve to be treated with dignity, no matter who we are or where we are in our lives, and for people to take advantage of our most vulnerable states. Especially people don't go to fraternity clinics if if they never wanted to have kids. I mean, they were there
for fertility.
For fertility.
There you go. All right.
Man, they're doing
Too many
keg
beers.
stands in that clinic.
Yeah, basically the fact that the
hazing
show
was
started so
unbelievable.
late, I had 18 beers and all this Listal.
Yeah.
I got my words jacked up, but you know what I meant. But yeah, so
Yeah.
didn't want
At
to
the end of
belabor
the day,
point.
we knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the sun is
when the
it's
turd
highest
hits the
in
bottom of the
sky.
toilet, it's rape.
When the sun is highest in the sky.
Yeah.
When the butt starts to stink.
All right. So new assignments for next week. I got Nick as Cory, and Cory's got me.
What about me?
You still need to watch your movie.
If it's not available, I need a different movie.
Then you need to work with the person who assigned it to you and get an alternate assignment.
Can I go first?
Yes.
How come? But I don't get to assign anything because my movie wasn't available.
I think we all know you got a busy week coming up, and you having to watch 2 movies instead of 1 is probably not something that's going to work in your favor.
Dude, I had a Hummer.
Okay, you leave your and Mary's life out of this.
yeah,
We're
exactly.
trying to talk
This is
about the
gentleman's
podcast.
agreement we're talking about.
Jesus.
All right. If you guys want to be soft, that's fine.
All right.
I want to assign something to somebody, though.
Well, then you need to watch your movie.
I protest, but
Your protest is noted, sir.
Thank
Nick, go ahead.
I think by that sound, we know that Cory is now assigned Breaking Bad.
Oh, thank God.
You haven't seen it?
No, I was surprised to learn that as well.
Really? That's
Yeah.
not a documentary.
I'm
But
aware of that.
It will teach you how to make meth.
True.
It is, I don't know. Cory, I know your natural inclination is to dig your feet in the sand.
You're going to love it.
And not want to love something that a lot of people
You're going to love it. Yep.
But
you're going to love it.
Let your arms down. Open up.
You're screwed, bro.
Let it fucking let it happen. It's great acting. It's a great storyline.
I don't know about the acting or storyline. You're going to love it, fucker.
Get the fuck out of here. You don't know about the acting and the storyline.
You're going to love it, Cory. You're gonna be mad that you waited this long. But it's like me and Game of Thrones. I think you're going to love it.
Listen, you have somebody that assigns you your A+ highest rated things in your own words. Things that you absolutely fucking love. You have someone backing that up. So if you didn't trust me or Bob, you've got Todd who knows you, apparently.
I do.
Very well when it comes to movies.
You're going to love it. You're going to be mad that you love it because you're going to be watching it at times you shouldn't be. You're going to love it. You are.
See, the only downside of that is because and this has nothing to do with any assignment because I will never assign this to any of you guys.
Yeah.
But Danielle and I have gotten very deep into Siesta Key since we've been there, and they filmed a reality show there.
Oh, did they?
Like all the places we went to when we were down there.
Yeah.
Are in the show. So we've gotten very deep and very invested in Siesta Key.
So you're upset that something else is going to have to compete.
I mean, if
with
it
that?
could, if it does, then yeah, it's gonna really weigh on me to try to watch all these goddamn shows.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. And
okay, Bob.
Remember when he was watching 6 seasons of something just to spite us when he only had to watch 2 hours?
And I also
of it?
remember this guy over here was like, I don't have time for another show. I've got to finish this and I've got to finish this. I'm like, dude, these are amazing. How can you not watch more than one thing at a time? Like, I don't get that.
All right, Cory, what do you got for me?
You have American Auto.
Oh, right.
I like that.
It is not a documentary.
I know.
I appreciate
love
that, my friend.
It is a new series that has come out.
All right, Nick.
It's not even that new.
Yeah.
Since I assigned you, last thing I assigned you was 310 to Yuma, and since this movie I happened to just catch on cable the other day, and I hadn't seen it in forever, I got to assign it to you. It's 10.
10?
Yes.
With Bo Derek?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh boy.
you are naysaying my choice, Todd?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have seen it, right?
I have.
All right, so you are predicting All right, that's fair.
I think Nick, it doesn't stand up to time.
I disagree.
Well, hopefully at least she looks hot.
All right.
In the 80s.
Well, that's when the movie was shot. It was literally 1980.
I'm sure she looks just as good today.
1980.
So, Nick.
Yeah.
Kind of close your eyes and go, who's the hottest 1980s person that jumps to mind?
I don't know any fucking
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Thank you.
I have no clue.
Thank you.
Who was hot?
Because guess what?
But this is
the
great
90s.
news,
The 90s
now
minted. The 90s minted a lot of other hotter chicks with.
Look, if you're
all I can think of is like a couple girls on like Ferris.
If you are arguing, that Bo Derek is not, are you arguing that Bo Derek is not hot?
Not in the 90s or in the 2000s.
But when this movie was made, I don't care about today.
Dude, my mom was hot in 1980.
All right.
I mean, I guess I see like Yasmin Bleeth was fucking smoking, and now she was like some fat fucking old lady, and didn't she just die?
She's had a lot of problems. I think we talked about
I would not.
crabby
Yeah,
about this.
I'm like that. This feels
She's like a fucking shadow of her former self.
Yeah, but once upon a time. So does that mean like, I would never watch her?
No,
her
of course not. No.
So, well, there you go. It's
so
a
you're
moot
still
point.
If that's gonna hold it,
Marilyn Monroe is the hottest lady of her day. Marilyn Monroe was the hottest lady of her day.
But she's dead now. So are you saying that you would never watch a Marilyn Monroe movie because she's no longer alive?
No, because she wasn't hot by today's standards.
Who was it?
My God!
There was an interview.
Okay.
There was an interview I was listening to from Drew and Mike, and there was some guy, and I don't know if it was Mickey Rooney or someone like that, and he said he gave Marilyn Monroe her nickname, her name, Marilyn Monroe. And
okay.
She was thinking of like what to call herself, like her stage name, and he knew a guy named like Bill Monroe or something, and she's like, yeah, but what is my first name? And he's like, Marilyn. And
interesting.
Yeah, and
I did not know that.
He's the one that gave her the name. Yep.
I did not know that. I hope that's true.
This is a history. This should be. This
I've
is a
learned
history
so
podcast.
much on this podcast.
I know.
To bring it full circle, it's been an education from beginning to end for me.
And stop eye hustling, Rosa Parks. Damn it.
Yes, Todd. Way to bring it around full circle. So
Thank you.
since we've got a little bit of time to kill before Cory returns to the microphone, Nick, let's do a little more limoncello.
Little something.
Little meloncello.
Meloncello.
Yeah.
Just hey. Well, I'm kind of bummed.
What's that?
How come I didn't get to assign anybody
Because
anything?
this is one of the things. This is one of the downsides of you living across the country. Sometimes, look, if this makes you feel any better, Todd, I have 2 things for you that I have purchased over the last 4 months that are sitting in my office, and I'm trying to space them out before I send them to you cross country. That I wish I could give to you here in person every weekend, but I can't. So we just make do with what we've got.
That works. I guess I shouldn't be a little bitch. I did have a Hummer once. I should just fucking change lanes.
I heard that twice tonight.
Twice? That's all you've heard?
Yeah. I might have tried to mentally block out the other times.
Exactly. I did have. Well, let me say it for another time. I did have a Hummer once, and I do have a toilet that sucks the stench out of the air. Love it.
That seems like a great spot to end it. And with that, thank you for joining us. On behalf of Cory and Nick and Todd, this is Bob saying we'll see you next weekend. Peace.